Hello and welcome back to the video. Today we are talking ranunculus. I'm going to plant the ranunculus claws that I have got. So let's get going. Now, because I want to use these ranunculus as cut flowers, I've decided that I am just going to put them all into one pot. I know I've got a cut flower bed, but because it's still quite early in the year, I'm going to plant these in a pot so that I can move them in and out of the greenhouse if needed. So I've got this pot here. It's quite a large pot, so I can put all my claws in here. I am going to put some terracotta bits and stones in here so that I don't have to use as much soil, just to bulk it out a bit. And I have found this pot that has been damaged in the frost. Just the very top sort of ring came off, and then I just tried to pick it up and more came off. So I'm going to give it a bit of a bash, break it up and use that in the bottom of my big pot. So I've got the crockery in the bottom just to pad it out, and I've got some soil here from when we did some digging at the front garden, so I'm going to put that in as well. So I filled it up with soil, and I've got a bit of compost that I've bought as well just on the top layer. And don't forget, these compost bags you can recycle with your other carrier bags at supermarkets. You might just want to give it a quick wipe out, but you can recycle these, don't just put them in the bin. So these are the ranunculus, they're called claws because they look like claws. And you put them clawed down in the soil. And I'm going to put them 2 centimetres deep. And I'm going to put them in this tub. I'm going to try and space them about. In fact, how many have I got? Let's see if I can space them on top first. And then I can put them under the soil. I don't know if you can see them, but I've just got them here. I'm just sort of spacing them about. Already planted some. I don't actually know how far away from each other they should be, but I'm putting them sort of 2 centimetres deep. And the reason why I'm putting them in a pot is that I want to use them as cut flowers. So I think having them in a pot would be easier, because then I can bring them in and out the greenhouse if it does get a little bit frosty, just to protect them a little bit. They do cope with light frosts, but a heavy frost they won't like. So it means I can be a little bit flexible. I hope, I've never done ranunculus before, so I don't know if what I'm doing is absolutely correct. I don't know how spaced out they have to be. It says place in 15 centimetre pots. I don't know whether that's 1 in each and whether I'm doing them too close to each other. But as gardening always is, it is an experiment. So we will see how it goes this year. And if I need to have 2 pots next year, then I will have 2 pots next year. It's a bit clumped, don't we want that? But I think they'll all go in. We'll see how we go. And these are great. They're a bit like dahlias in that during the winter, once they've flowered and once the leaves die down, so you can actually dig up these ranunculus claws and you dry them, brush them off, dry them, put them presumably back in. I've got a little, put them back in a little paper bag and store them over the winter, and then plant them again. Oh, I've got found one more. And then plant them again next spring. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a really good water, and then you don't water them again until you start seeing shoots. They don't like to be sat in water, they'll rot. So give it a good water now and then leave it alone until you see shoots, and then you can water it. So I've brought the pot into the greenhouse before I water it so it's not as heavy. And George, are you going to help me water?
No.
Right, leave the label in there. Good boy. Right, you going to water for me?
Yes, please.
Good boy.
It's really heavy.
It is heavy, yeah. Oopsie. Ready?
What I want?
No, this one, just this one. We're going to just water this one today. Let's go all the way around. And there we have our planting of our ranunculus claws. The shoots should start appearing in about 3 weeks, and then we should have flowers in about 3 months. So time will tell, and I will give you an update when they start shooting and when they start flowering. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you again on Sunday.